welcome back to the Red Dead Redemption 2 life story analysis with me, Skye Blacke. For those of you who do not know who I am a professional filmmaker and a writer. Slightly less professional on that second one. But I have degrees in both writing and English, and I use both those degrees in order to analyze video games so that we can look at the medium we love from a more creative and analytical perspective. Yeah. If you're joining me on YouTube or in the Twitch VODs, hi. There's a whole bunch of stuff on the YouTube. I believe this is close to one of the last parts, so you might want to go back and watch from the beginning. Or if you're joining me live, whether it be for the first time or if you're a long returning viewer, hello. How are you? I hope you're well. Let's catch up onto where we were. We saw a picture of we drew a picture of a bull. Hamish died. We was hunting boar and the boar won, at least against him. I liked him, but more than that, I admired him. He lacked self-pity and he lacked confusion. About his place in the world. I've been streaming for like 2-3 years, lovely pirate, delicious pirate god. Why did I go for lovely pirate god? Fuck me. You're both pink. He was the man we would all want to be if we weren't so distracted being idiots. He gave me Buell, his moody, magnificent horse to look after, and we put that horse in a barn. Yeah, so that doesn't really give us a lot to go off of, but basically, the gang is rapidly deteriorating. Molly has been killed after claiming to have betrayed us. Reverend Swanson has fled. We're dying of tuberculosis. Micah is bolstering his ranks with people. This Cleeton Joe character. And now Charles has also left to go and help the struggle of the natives in this area. And Arthur is telling John that it's about time he got out with his family. So the gang is rapidly falling apart as we speak. And now we are heading towards the end. And what a moody atmosphere to be going towards it. Trampling rabbits and heading into the mists. Let's not ride over the hill. Let's ride into camp properly for a change, rather than riding to the top of a cliff and falling off of it like the absolute Chad that we normally are. Who the fuck messaged me on Facebook? Follow-up question. Why is my Facebook open? Closing that. Ooh, that was very professional. I'm a big boy streamer. I'm a big they-them streamer. That camera's tilted. Where am I going? Create a dashboard. And of course, Just a they-them streamer causing some may/hem. Have you guys heard of that horror movie called They/Them? I fucking love the name. I can't wait for it. It's like a slasher movie. That's also not straight. Like, I know nothing in my life is straight, but I at least want my cameras to try and be. That'll do.
Hey, who's there?
It's me.
Glad to see you back.
Okay. Man, this is atmospheric as we come in. Beautiful looking game. We never found out who that shouty man was.
Listen, I know Dutch been a little erratic recently. I know what went on in Blackwater. Well, none of us is pretending that was something nice. But I guess, the way I see it, we're still here. And he's still right. I mean, look, you're all free to think what you want to think, but for me, I still believe in him. Because, well, he did what he did. But he did it for love. For all of us. Yes, I feel bad. They didn't deserve that. But listen, I just think, and I've been thinking about this a lot, I just think Dutch loves us. And being loved, well, we're gonna be okay.
So Javier strikes me as the kind of person who maybe hasn't had a very familial bond or positive relationship, a lot of positive relationships in his life, just from that one line. I don't know a lot about Javier's backstory, but yeah, he strikes me as the kind of guy who has maybe found a source of familial comfort and kind of latched onto it with everything he has because he's worried that if he lets go, then there'll be nothing there to fill it. Because all I know about Javier is that he is, I think he was former military and is now on the run. I know he's now on the run. He's wanted for quite a lot of money, and obviously he's in a, you know, he's in a foreign country. So it's not hugely surprising that he's found a messiah, like a figure like him has been drawn to Dutch.
We're gonna make it.
It is really fucking hot to be wearing this outfit, by the way. How do we like how Arthur looks? Yeah, I kind of like it. It works with his hat. Hey, Jack.
You do what your mom tells you, okay?
Of course, Uncle Arthur.
We'll all be getting out of here very soon. Okay. Guess I'll leave you to it then.
Okay. I wish people would stop being mean.
Hey, Tilly. He looks so tired and sad. Yeah, he does. He's a man who's literally, like, he knows what's coming for him. There is no, you know, there is no bright tomorrow for him.
Williamson,
Hi, Arthur.
Ooh.
we should talk.
We got nothing to talk about.
Sure we do.
Whatever, Morgan.
You can see Arthur still trying to reach across and, like, support the gang. I'm just noticing something.
You know something, gentlemen? We're gonna be okay. We are gonna be fine. I mean, sure, I know things don't seem fine right now, but I've got a feeling that they are going to be fine. There's nothing to worry about. I mean, believe in old Bill here, because old Bill believes in Dutch. You know, it's how a fella responds in a moment of crisis to show you who he really is. And I know, as sure as the sun rises in the one place and then goes and sets in the other,
Bill's not very
Dutch
smart.
will get us out of this mess. Now, sure, we might run into another 5 messes down the road. Shit, we might run into a whole series of messes, but we will get to the promised land and we will be free. And for those of you who doubt it, you'll be the ones who won't make it. You can trust me on that. It's trust. North to south trust.
He sounds like he's trying to emulate Dutch. He does sound like he's trying to emulate Dutch. It's also, the more you need to, like, because now we've had both Javier and Bill be like, everything's going to be fine, we just have to trust Dutch. The more you have to reassure the people around you that you're like, that everything's okay, the less likely that you yourself are assured. And also, like, that's fantastic foreshadowing to how things are clearly not going to be okay. Because Bill doesn't actually know where the sun rises or sets. So his analogy is actually really apt. Like, it's funny because he thinks it goes in the north to the south, right at the end there. But it's really apt to the fate of the gang that things are not going to go well, because he's as sure as the sun rises in the north and sets in the south that things are going to be okay. Which, as we all know, is not the case.
That's all I'm saying.
Let's wait for day and see if anyone's around camp, and then we'll finish things up. Well, Bill's awake. Arthur's father, Lyle Morgan. Yeah, you can see that Arthur's hat is actually his father's hat. Arthur's dog, Hosea, Dutch, and Arthur, as young men. Hey, Susan.
Morning.
Miss Grimshaw. How are you feeling about everything?
I am feeling that we are a family and you have all lost sight of that.
Nothing new for Susan. It's just me, or is Pearson gone?
I spoke to John. We're working it out.
I know. Just be careful.
You too. Well, try to keep your head straight.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Jack.
Are you feeling all right, Arthur?
Good morning. What's wrong?
What happened to loyalty, Arthur?
I keep asking myself the same question.
You just worry about that cough.
Oof. I think Pearson's gone.
Long day ahead.
Hope we have a better day.
You okay?
All this whispering and walking on eggshells, I hate it.
I know, but that's how things are right now.
Don't know what to do with myself around here.
Yeah. So Pearson ran off. I guess in the night. So now the camp's without a cook. There's that old saying, you keep people warm and fed, you keep them happy. And now our cook is gone. Also, interesting there that Arthur missed. I didn't know he could do that. Who the fuck is that talking? We never found out who that voice was.
Hi, Bill.
Why you prowling around?
You all right? What's wrong?
Like you don't know?
We're all in this together.
Sure thing, Morgan.
You know, I'd have been killed in that factory if it wasn't for Eagle Flies. And Dutch? Oh, he did nothing. Less than nothing.
Oh yeah, that happened too.
Anyway, I'll leave you to it. Be strong. You going to get up? Sorry. Just feel like I need to shake things up around here. Hey.
Morning.
You better hope I can trust you.
Is that a threat?
I'm just making sure we understand each other.
Yeah, sure.
You awake yet? What? Hey, only trying to improve the mood a bit. Just go away.
Okay. What you got for
Well,
us,
at
Dutch?
least you ain't run off. What you talking about?
Pearson left. Old uncle. The traitors. Both gone at dawn. They said to young Tilly they were running to save themselves. I think Mary Beth left as well.
So it goes.
They are goddamn cowards, Arthur. Cowards. Of all the time we spent to run off,
Well, I guess they don't want to die, Dutch.
ain't nobody gonna... This is a tough time.
So, couple things. Last mission, Dutch was like, listen, if you want to leave, just go. Like, I don't want you around anymore. But the moment people actually took him up on that, he gets all affronted. Because again, it's clear that Dutch views himself as this messianic figure that people should trust and believe in. Also, like that, he said his response when Arthur said maybe they don't want to die, he says, ain't nobody gonna, and stops himself as Arthur starts coughing. Because, like we all said, the writing's on the wall. Arthur is going to die. It's just now deciding what Arthur dies for.
You ain't doing too well, but we, our community, we will survive. They will not crush us.
I hope so. But if we let Jack and the women free, well then
There
maybe
ain't
we
no
can...
freedom for no one in this country no more, Arthur. One more big score, we got enough money to leave. All this turmoil has the army and Pinkerton spinning. We take a boat and slip away.
I don't know what you're saying, Dutch, but it seems like I've heard it all before.
Just one more
And there's
train.
always a goddamn train.
Arthur, this is different. We know this is full of cash. Army payroll, money and supplies to repair the bridge that you blew. This is all going to plan. We rob Uncle Sam and we leave. The poetry of it all. What do you think?
It sounds wonderful. Hell, yeah. I ain't got much to lose, but... You know, the women and the children. And John and his family. I'm afraid I have to insist. I mean, we gotta let them go, because if the Pinkertons come through again, they will kill everyone.
John? Insist?
Yeah. Insist.
Ooh. Ooh. That raw moment of this is clearly the first time Arthur has really stood up to Dutch. He's never been questioned like this. No one has ever insisted anything of Dutch. And now Arthur is standing here defiant of him, saying, no, these guys, this is it. This is the line. They're going. You're letting them free. It's also interesting how, again, before taking any criticism onto himself, Dutch deflects. When he's like, we gotta let them free, and Arthur meaning free of us, free of this life, and Dutch deflects on his whole bullshit spiel about how there is no freedom in America, and da-da-da. And while, again, conceptually he's right, his actions do not, or are not justified by these political beliefs. He doesn't get to be the king of the castle just because everywhere else is slightly worse politically.
Of course, pal. Whatever you think is best, I will see to it. Huh? Now, we gonna rob a train?
That is so unbelievably fake, that tone. I warn you guys, there is going to be a lot of pausing on these last on this stream as we talk about that. That tone is so unbelievably fake. And again, it's the little things of assurance that can also be read as domination. We've never heard Dutch refer to Arthur as pal before. It's always been brother or son. So maybe that's showing that after this, Dutch has officially pushed Arthur outside of that familial connection with him. He's no longer, he stood up to him, he questioned him, so he's no longer Dutch's brother. He's Dutch's pal. And again, the little touches in scenarios like this are less reassuring and more a sign of power over someone.
Sure.
We will survive. We will flourish. We have work to do, my friends. Let's go. Come on. We are gonna borrow a little money from old Uncle Sam and be out of his hair once and for all. He insists upon it. Insists. Let's ride out, gentlemen. Let's go. Yeah. Let's pick up the...
Yeah, Dutch has never been questioned by this, clearly. I was reviewing old clips, and I actually found something really interesting. We've talked about how Dutch's comparison to Colum, and how this chapter sort of removed Colum from the equation, allowing Dutch to fill that villain role. But someone pointed out that... Oh, not someone pointed out. There's a line earlier in the game, in Chapter 2, where Charles and Arthur are talking about Dutch and Colum's old friendship. And Arthur says that Dutch and Colum used to have an understanding, but Colum's mean streak got meaner, and Dutch wanted to try a different way of life. Which is kind of exactly what's going on here with Arthur and Dutch. Dutch's mean streak has gotten meaner, and Arthur wants to try a different way of life. So he really has, with that, stepped into that villain role once we removed Colum and Cornwall. from the table, it allowed Dutch and I guess Micah to step into those villain roles in the story structure.
Hey, train is due in Saint Denis in an hour.
We're robbing a train in the middle of a city?
No, it's going to stop there, take on mail and water, let off some boys heading home on leave, and then it heads out.
They know the bridge is gone, Blacklung. There'll be a patrol past Annisburg, waiting down by the river to collect the money.
We sneak on quietly, and then we got a short time to stop the train before it reaches the patrol.
I mean, I guess as a plan, this makes sense.
You go get that dynamite. We'll meet back up outside of Saint Denis.
I'll go with them.
As you wish.
Come on. It's this way. I hid the wagon down here after we blew the bridge. This is one big goddamn group of us to be riding back into Saint Denis. Yeah. I heard the Pinkertons have pretty much taken over Van Horn. Moved a whole
Really?
bunch of men in there. Things are closing in fast. Shit.
Our world really is getting smaller.
Should be just through these trees. There it is. I'll get the dynamite. No, I can do it. You sure? I'm fine. Okay, it's in the back.
Also, interesting thing about another clip I was reviewing. Arthur, I think Uncle, in a rare piece of dialogue that unfortunately we didn't get, actually calls out Dutch's belief where he wants to be a king. With all of his knights, and Dutch gets really upset, annoyed at him. And I believe he calls him a court jester. Again, brilliant piece of writing, because in traditional Shakespearean style English, characters like the court jester or the fool are able to speak directly to the audience and kind of tell them what's going on. Like in old plays, there would literally be cases of, you know, characters interacting, and then the jester would turn to the audience and narrate to them. So the jester had this eye of being able to see the story for what it really is. So Uncle, very early on in the game in this dialogue, calling out Dutch and saying, you know, you want to be a king with all your knights, and you're kind of blinded by your ideologies and stuff like that to see the world around you. Again, just really good piece of writing.
Get this done. Come on.
I believe you can look it up on a YouTube on a clip that is called like Uncle calls out Dutch to his face or something like that.
Abigail just told me. The money? It's hidden in the caves at Beaver Hollow. What? Yeah. So much for never hiding it near camp. Dutch was getting even sloppier than we thought. Are Abigail and Jack ready to leave? I think so. Okay. Whatever happens with this job today, wherever Dutch and them go next, we're getting you the hell out of here. We're going to get you the money you need. Knowing the three of you got out, well, maybe all of this will still mean something. Tilly and Susan, too. I'll do whatever it takes. You've always had my back, Arthur. Perhaps not always. Anyway, here we go. One last train, Arthur. One last train.
One last train.
There you are. Got everything. got us a riverboat. We'll head up to New York or Chicago and get a real boat from there out to the tropics.
So long as it isn't Guarma.
Oh, it'll be paradise, son.
It's all coming together, Dutch. Just like we planned.
Is that okay with you, John? Arthur? Or do you insist on something different?
Ooh.
Sounds about as good now as every time I heard it before.
Oh, Abigail must be real excited. All packed up like she is. I could just see her in the little grass skirt.
Don't talk to me, you son of a bitch.
So obviously we have the "do you insist upon it" line, but also that line from Micah, meaning he's noticed that Abigail's already ready to go. He's threatening John with that line. He's like, I can see what you're doing. You're going to leave. And then he masks the threat with another pass at Abigail so that when John gets angry, his anger is in some way justified. So he's having a very private conversation with John here, and probably Arthur too. Like, I see what you're doing. You're not as smart as you think you are. I'm probably going to stop you. And their response is still aggressive and yeah. Also, guys, since this is going to be a big one for analysis, any moments of analysis you guys feel are particularly poignant or good, I urge you to clip it, because this will be really good for like TikTok and social media and sharing the stream and promoting what we do here.
Boys, okay now, let's keep it down. We don't want to draw attention to ourselves going through here. Nice and easy through town, fellas.
Ah, Saint Denis. Good to be back. Happy memories, huh, John?
Will you shut up, Micah? That's enough. Quiet, all of you.
Gotta have the cinematic camera for this ride.
Not much further now.
This is a lot of people. It would really draw attention. Also, if we look at the layout of the group there, we also can have like a very... Let's see if we can go into photo mode to have a look. Yeah, we have a very interesting... way of like layout here. So we have Dutch obviously at the front. Here. Dutch at the front, followed by John and Arthur, and then Cleet here. Sadie, Bill, Micah, Javier, and Joe. No, that's Cleet. The other one's Joe. Taking up the rear. But you'll notice that Micah has spread his men out throughout the gang. Because this isn't our normal riding formation. Normally it goes Dutch, Arthur, Bill, John, and then everyone else. So this is a very deliberate change in the way in which everyone is laid out. And obviously, you know, that gives Micah an inherent advantage. If something goes wrong, him and his guys are spread out. They're at the back so no one could run away. They're at the front with Dutch, if we include Dutch as one of his gangs. There's one right around Arthur, Sadie, and John, who Micah does not trust. And then there's himself around Javier and Bill, who he trusts slightly more, but still, you know, wouldn't be afraid to put a bullet into.
All right. Cleet, Sadie, you board halfway along. John, you and Arthur are gonna board at the back. Rest of you, Follow Mike and I, and join once they stop the train.
Here she comes.
Should I just sneak on now?
God damn it. Well, everybody mount up.
We still going through with this?
Of course we are.
And the plan has immediately failed. And again, just like in chapter 1, just to show a sign of how the gang has actually regressed, we are again chasing a train that we couldn't get to stop. The only time we got a train to stop was when Dutch wasn't involved with the heist. We've tried to rob 3 trains and we've never managed to get one to stop properly.
You okay? Yeah. Money's in the front here. We gotta push forwards quickly before we run out of track. How you doing there, Arthur?
I'm over.
Let's go, Arthur.
This shotgun just annihilates.
Let's keep moving.
Where's Dutch and Mike?
I don't see him.
Who knows if this was their goddamn plan all along?
Again, there's just absolutely no trust anymore. Kinda wish I'd used the shotgun more throughout the game. That was a lot of damage. For a man with tuberculosis who never takes cover, that was a lot of damage. I gotta take this fucking jacket off.
Kill that bastard.
You're a dead man now.
You okay? Money's in the front here. We gotta push forwards quickly before we run out of track. How you doing there, Arthur?
I'm okay.
Let's get to the front. Come on. Push up.
There we go.
So much sneaking on here.
You feel like ditching?
Of course not.
Let's go, Arthur. Keep pushing forward.
It's interesting that even as everything's going wrong, Arthur doesn't have it in him to ditch, to leave the heist.
Who knows if this was their goddamn plan all along?
Let's keep moving.
See, for everything he says, he still has loyalty to Dutch. He wants to believe that he can do better. And that he can fix this, even right as everything's gone to shit. Well.
Train's on fire! Come on! We can't get through the smoke! Jump! Get going, Bill!
Okay, well at least the gang is here.
Get back on! Jump! Uncouple that gas before it blows us all up! On it! The train's being robbed! Lay the gun, Arthur! Sure! Well done! Back here on! Jai! I'll get John! You protect that money! Man the gun, Arthur! I'll go stop the train! Stop the train? Whatever you do, do not stop the train! You secure up ahead, but keep us moving! I'll deal with that patrol when they come through!
We got a lot of riders on our tail, Arthur.
I see him! Look out on the right!
This is the fun part of the video game where they just give you a big gun and go, well, go nuts.
I can't take over if you won't.
Just shut the hell up!
Hey, we all gotta work together on this. Look left.
Look out on the right.
This is the empowerment of the video game before everything goes wrong.
Goddamn mouth.
Look out on the left. Watch the right.
How's the audio, by the way, guys? It's, I just want to make sure nothing's too loud or anything, because this is a particularly loud section of the game. Audio is good. Fantastic.
More on the right. Will you shoot him for Christ's sakes?
What the hell you think I'm doing?
Listen.
I don't take orders from you.
You fucking should.
Okay, get off the gun. We need to go for the money. Come on. The money should be in the front carriage.
Thanks, Joe. Oh, Cleet. You're Cleet. Which one are you?
Let's go. The money's in their carriage.
Alright, guess I better blow this thing.
Here we go.
We got something! Catch! Yeah! Wait, there's more!
Morgan, the driver's dead. This thing ain't stopping. We got to get off.
Okay then. Let's go.
Why did Bill kill the driver?
Jesus. We're alive. Yeah, just about.
Well, let's move.
Where is Micah and... I think this is Cleet that's with us. Where's Micah and Joe? And Javier? Oh, there they are.
Where's John?
I tried. I tried.
He didn't make it. That patrol killed him. We had to run.
Come on, let's go before another patrol turns up. Ha! Ha!
So, from that little look... also, this mission's called Red Dead Redemption, by the way. Not sure if you all noticed that. From that little look, you can tell that Arthur doesn't believe Dutch, because the last time Dutch was in a scenario to save a member of his gang, he walked away. In the case of Arthur. So... Hmm... Hmm...
They came and took Abigail. I saved Jack. We hid, but they took Abigail.
Who did?
Agent Milton and his men took her to Van Horn to be put on a boat and tried for murder.
I am sorry to hear that.
We gotta let her go. John's, well, sorry, son. Without John, she's just bait. Got a bunch of money, Dutch. She's just a girl. They won't do nothing to her. But me and the boys know. We need to keep riding on this one, Dutch. You know it. Every man here knows
So we
it.
just gonna let the boy be made an orphan?
It ain't like that.
What is it like?
I wanna live, cowpoke. I still got the choice. Dutch, it's just a girl.
You're right. Micah, it pains me to say it, Arthur, but he's right.
Touch!
Come on, boys.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's that then. All them goddamn years.
Come on, Arthur. Let's go get her. You and me's all we need.
Miss Tilly. Here. Take this. You take this money, too. Take Jack, and you wait at Copperhead Landing for Abigail and Mrs. Adler.
Thank you, Arthur.
You're a good girl. You live a good life now, you hear?
All right, Arthur. I'll miss...
Me too, sweetheart. Me too. Jack, come here. Be brave, son. I'm gonna go get your mama. Mrs. Adler. Ride with me.
I need to do something real quick. Because of, like, the fact that this is going to be very, important cutscenes. I am going to do something that I have not done before, which is do a picture-in-picture. So that you can see both my reaction and the game. What do we think of the game of the game window size there? Live editing on stream. I know what you meant, Chorus, but we also need to move the chat window then to like over here. There we go. What do we think of that? I think that's fairly good size for everyone. Not sure about the backdrop. There we go. We'll go with that.
If they're putting her on a boat, they'll probably dock at the north end of town. So I reckon we should go in the other way.
Sure, I guess. I don't know. God, those goddamn bastards.
Look, just follow me, okay? We're gonna get this done, Arthur. Oh.
Sorry, Sadie. Yeah, so we've had years of loyalty. And again, this has just shown, you know, at the start of the game, Dutch's message, we will survive. You know, we stay strong, stay with me. That commentary of family, of bringing people together, of this way of life that they were all trying to instill. And now when it's come down to it, when it's us versus them, Dutch picks us. Well, no, sorry, let me rephrase. Dutch picks him.
Now he don't care if the orphan's his friend's child so long as he gets rich. All his goddamn talk all them years. Seems like it was always a lie. Or he went crazy. What a mess.
Sure. Guess he began to believe he was God or something.
I don't know. I'm sorry you got dragged into this. Into us.
Listen, if you hadn't shown up in my house that night, I'd be dead. And even this bullshit beats dead.
I thought I could find a way to get John, Abigail, and Jack out of this mess. Give them a life.
He especially doesn't care about John, Abigail, and Jack because they're already proven to not be loyal. All he cares about are having followers. I think if Arthur hadn't insisted upon cutting them loose at the start of this mission, or the previous mission, then Dutch could at least still be convinced to go and try and save them. Because I think he let John go. Like, he just left John. I don't think he went back for him. And again, we see with Sadie how Dutch attracts and keeps people is he finds vulnerable people in vulnerable situations, and he exploits that vulnerability in order to create loyalty. Javier is a fleeing immigrant. Bill, a disgraced former soldier. Sadie, a widow with O'Driscolls in her house. John or Arthur, a lonely street pickpocket. John, wanted for hanging, or wanted to be hanged. Tilly, being harassed by another gang. I don't know everyone else's backstory off the top of my head, but or Reverend but I can keep going. Reverend Swanson, a disgraced priest with a heroin addiction. Leopold Strauss, a German immigrant fresh off the boat. The only people who have joined the gang who haven't been people... I think Abigail was even like a known thief when she joined, and I assume Karen and Mary Beth probably didn't have the best introduction to the gang. Kieran, a former O'Driscoll member who had nowhere else to go. The only person who joined the gang who wasn't someone who was on the run. Obviously, there's like Lenny and Charles and Jose. I can't speak for them right now because I can't remember their backstory. I think Uncle just showed up. But the only person who joined the gang who's kind of still around, who wasn't a vulnerable person in a vulnerable situation, was Micah. Micah instead saved Dutch. From immediately from the get-go, that gives Micah power over Dutch, even subtly. Dutch may think that everyone else has to follow him because he saved them all, but Micah, he can trust Micah because Micah saved him. Whereas Micah can look at that scenario and go, here's all these despondent fools who need to follow Dutch because he saved them. I saved Dutch. Dutch owes me. But he plays it subtly because Micah is very intelligent.
Seems I left it too late.
If we could still get Abigail, maybe her and Jack will be okay.
John, Hosea, Mac, Davy, Jenny, Sean, Lenny.
Dutch is a cult leader, charismatic, makes people think he cares about them, gives them a promise for paradise and a better life as long as they follow him. Exactly.
We have to put an end to this. An eagle flies, another angry fool he used just like he did with the rest of us.
Eagle Flies is another good example.
We don't need them. We're gonna make this right. Me and you together. What's left of it. Now come on.
Eagle Flies is another good example of Dutch finding a vulnerable people in a vulnerable scenario and exploiting that for his own gain. Right down to targeting vulnerable people at the low points of their lives. Yeah. No one has joined Dutch's gang because they believe in his ideology entirely. They've always had another situation, another reason to need to be within the group. Because the group offers survival, it offers companionship, it offers... It's a cult. It's very much a cult. Chorus is very accurate here. But here's how you write interesting cult leaders. Hello, Living Scarecrow. Welcome to the chat.
Here we are. Let's ditch the horses and come up with a plan.
We are doing A-okay today. But yeah. And then, as was said, without people to hold him accountable, people like Hosea, and again, he can kind of push Arthur to the side because Arthur's going to die anyway. So, without people like Arthur and Hosea to hold him to account and to call him out and keep him balanced, Dutch begins to spiral into more and more control and power, and he's becoming the very figures that he hated. Colum, the Braithwaites, the Greys, Leviticus, all the stuff like that, the general in Guarma. He's becoming the very things he hates because he doesn't have those forces to balance himself out. So rather than viewing them as balancing forces, he's starting to instead view them as threats. So if Hosea is already dead And Arthur's dying anyway. The only real threat to Dutch's power in his mind is John. John is in a leadership position. He's been with the gang the longest after Susan, Hosea, and Arthur. And obviously, you know, it's very clear that Dutch doesn't really credit Susan as much more than a person who runs the campsite. In fact, she's routinely cut out as a member of the group's founders, despite the fact that she is like the fourth member to join the group. She was actually in it before John. John's already in a position of power. He's an oldest member of the group outside of everyone else, and also he is a father. Like, he is a literal father, which puts him in a patriarchal powered position.
How you feeling?
I'm okay.
I think you should cover me and I'll go in there and get her. 'Cause you're the better shot, I mean.
That ain't what you mean. I can still fight.
I know, Arthur, but just do it my way, honey. It's for the best. Get up someplace high, like the lighthouse or something. And cover me. Please.
Okay.
Get to see a bit of Arthur's wounded pride there. I ran in the complete wrong direction there. But that's the difference between Arthur and Dutch, is that when Arthur's pride is wounded, he doesn't lash out.
Okay, Mr. Milton, where are you? There you are, you bastard. Sadie.
Alright.
Goddamn bastards.
It's quite hard to see anything. So we're just going to try and stick with Sadie for as long as we can.
Yep. Keep moving. I got you.
There we go. Okay.
Move, Sadie, move.
We got a cough coming on.
Go on, Sadie. Keep moving.
I'm gonna see if I can shoot open the door for her.
Shit.
We could have made that shot if we were quicker.
Okay, Mr. Milton. I guess we're gonna have to talk this out like gentlemen.
One on foot, right there! Someone kill this bastard!
Don't know why you didn't go down. You know what? In hindsight, actually, we don't even need to do this. I just realised something. I can just do this. Because there's no major information in the bottom right of the screen. Yeah, that's a good size, I think. Bye.
This is the last place you're gonna see.
Calm down, Mr. Morgan. That's quite a cough.
Sure. Tuberculosis. I'll be dead soon. And you with me, Mr. Milton?
You'll be dead, sure. But I'm gonna be just fine. We offered you a deal, Mr. Morgan. You should have taken it.
I'm a fool, Mr. Milton.
Not all you boys have quite so many scruples. Old Micah Bell.
Micah? You mean Molly?
Molly O'Shea? Sweated her a couple of times, never talked a word, had to let her go. Micah Bell. We picked him up when you boys came back from the Caribbean, and he's been a good boy ever since.
Okay. Okay.
Using your strength, Mr. Morgan.
You're still a yapping dog, Mr. Milton.
Go, Abigail!
Horrible man. Now come on. Both
Mike is the fucking traitor. I called it! Do you know how I called it, chat? Micah's hat. Micah's hat puts this whole thing together. Everyone in the gang wears black hats, which are commonly associated with outlaws or cowboys in old Western media, whereas Micah wears a white hat, which is commonly associated with the law.
What happened to Jack? Where is he? He's fine. Tilly's got him. Oh, thank God.
Abigail, you ride mine. Get on, Arthur. Get on. You'll be okay.
Micah's playing both sides, because if Dutch wins, Micah gets a bunch of money. But if Milton wins, then Micah gets to go free.
We got more on the right, Arthur.
I guess he just got lucky with Molly. Molly's deteriorating mental state.
You all right, Abigail?
Question is, I'm not sure if Molly was trying to like snipe at Dutch during her big confession of betrayal scene, or if her deteriorating mental state, combined with obviously the fact everything went wrong, genuinely led her to believe that she was the reason that everything went to shit.
We're on the right, Arthur! Get back here!
My hat!
More of them! Go left!
God damn you all!
You see any more of them?
No. Oh, wait a second.
Bastards grabbed me outside camp. I was with Tilly and Jack. It happened so fast, I couldn't do anything.
It's all right. Jack and Tilly are fine.
Ladies, I'm fine. Hold up a moment.
Arthur, there's no time.
There's time.
What happened to John? Where's John?
I don't know. I think...
Arthur.
What? He got killed or he got captured.
No.
I'm really sorry,
No!
Abigail. I was on the train and I didn't see it. Listen, we got Jack. He's safe. Mrs. Adler will take you to him. But, John, I want you to know this. He loved you. He loved you, and Jack, he did. He wasn't perfect, but he did. Now, you gotta go get that boy. Come on, get out of here.
Arthur, what are you doing?
I gotta go have a little chat before I get much sicker.
No, Arthur.
Don't you owe Arthur me. Neither of you two. Not now. You both know. You're good women. Good people. The best. You go get that boy. There'll be time for sorrow later.
If you're headed back there, Arthur, take this. I don't need it anymore.
What's that?
There's a chest in them caves, in the back to the left, hidden under a wagon. Dutch's chest. All our money. I know John told you I knew where it was.
Abigail Roberts.
Always was a good thief.
That you was. Go on, get out of here.
The many miles we walk, the many things we learn, the building of a shrine, only just to burn. That's the way it is. That's the way it is.
Well, you're a good man. I just wish you'd done it before he worked himself into the grave.
I'm really sorry for your son. It's a hell of a thing.
And all you can do now is decide the man you want to be for the time you have left.
May the wind be at your back. Good fortune touch your hand. May the cards lay out as straight
We're so getting copyright strike for this. I'm just letting this play out. This is a very cinematic moment.
That's the way it is. That's the way it is.
We already owe more than it's worth.
I just don't want any more folks to die, Dutch.
Thank you, Bella. You know, there ain't enough kindness in this world, that's for sure.
Maybe it's a sign, Arthur. Try to do the good thing.
Shine light into darkness. Shine light into darkness.
Here we go. You ready, chat?
Get them bags packed up quick, Miss Grimshaw. Come on, all of you.
Well, we're doing our best.
Hurry. We ain't got long. Hurry.
We just got plenty of time, Micah. We all need to have a little chat.
Blacklung, you're back. Hooray.
I just saw Agent Milton, Dutch. Abigail shot him. She's okay. Not that you care too much about that. You rats. All of you. Seems old Micah was pretty close with Milton.
What the hell are you talking about, cowpoke?
You talked.
That's a goddamn lie.
Dutch.
Dutch, think of the future.
Milton told me.
And you believe him, Blacklung? You believe him?
It all makes sense now.
No, it damn well doesn't.
Dutch. Think.
Dutch, be practical now.
You can tell Micah is lying because Arthur is playing on Dutch's loyalties and his heart, and to some extent his rationale, whereas Micah is baiting him with promises for the future. Be practical. There's more of us than there are of Arthur. Think for the future. All the stuff that we're going to do together. He's playing to literally the Dutch's worst impulses, which is power and potential.
Dutch!
Oh shit!
John? You left me. You left me to die.
My boy, I didn't have a choice. John, I didn't have a choice.
Important thing about choice in media, you always have a choice. Whenever a character disempowers themselves by saying, I didn't have a choice, and again, especially choice in media, right? The game is called Red Dead Redemption. Redemption is fundamentally the choice of seeking out being a better person. This game is all about choices. Arthur's choice on what kind of man he wants to be, good or honorable or dishonorable. Arthur's choice to seek redemption. This game is fundamentally all about choices and decisions. So Dutch saying, I didn't have a choice as his justification for doing an awful thing is very... Every time a character talks about their ability to choose, your ears should prick up because it is a central theme of this game. The theme of this game, or one of the messages of this game, is the choice of being a good person. And Dutch saying that he doesn't have a choice is Dutch resigning himself, unintended by Dutch, but the story is resigning Dutch to the role of villain. That's one of the great moments y'all should clip, by the way.
Left me. All of you. You Pick your side now, because this is over.
A choice.
All them years, Dutch. For this snake.
Oh, be quiet, cowpoke. Be quiet. You live in the clouds.
No, you be quiet, Mr. Bell, and put down your gun.
There's Pinkertons coming, fast!
Now! Who amongst you is with me? And who is betraying me? Well,
Interesting that Dutch makes this confrontation about himself. This isn't the confrontation. Like, it's not about who's standing with Dutch and who's standing against him. It's about whether or not Dutch wants to believe Micah sold them out. But because Micah is willing to fall in line, even though he is the accused in this one, Dutch takes him in.
Think for yourself. He's lying. He's lying.
Also, good detail. Javier's not pointing his gun at them.
God damn it! Move! You ready, John? Yeah. Everyone get down!
Shit. Where is Edgar Ross shouting orders from?
Into the caves! Quick! Ah! Out of here! Chase them down! Go! Go! After them! They have no way out of this! Find them and kill them!
There's just... Dutch's surrendering of choice.
Those bastards left me for dead. Seems that's what they do now. Stay with me, Arthur. Got yourself in a real mess, son. Micah was the rat, John. Milton told me. We should have killed him months ago. Keep going. Kill that asshole. Are you all right, Arthur? I'm with you. Keep going.
And again, just, this is a really well done story.
Abigail's safe. So's Jack. Where are they? There was Sadie at Copperhead Landing. Thank you, brother. I want you to not look back. Like I said.
There's that return of the familial connection. Dutch may have regulated Arthur to pal, friend, but to John, Arthur is his brother. Oh shit.
Arthur, we gotta go. Come on, ride. Pinkerton's coming through the trees. Watch out. Christ alive. Come on, Arthur.
I mean, we are the most wanted criminal gang in the country.
It's on the left. They'll keep the others busy. Shit. Everywhere. This way. I want that. Right, Arthur, right.
No! Oh no! You bastards killed my horse!
Come on, brother. Let's go. Give me a second. Come on. Push, Arthur. Thank you. Arthur! Come on, Arthur. Let's go. Well, what about the money? Abigail gave me the key. I head down there, I'm dead in 5 minutes. I got a family. That's more important. Maybe you're right, but... you want the money? You head down. I gotta go to my family. I'm coming with you. I'm gonna get you out of this bullshit. If it's the last goddamn thing I do.
This is Arthur's redemption.
Let's go. We need to find higher ground. Don't worry about them. They'll just be going back for the money. We need to get the hell out of here.
Arthur is between family and, you know, personal gain. And Arthur picks his family.
Let's get up this cliff. Here you go. Come on, Arthur. Keep pushing. Son of a bitch. I'll kill you. Got some freeze off that one. God damn it. They're behind a rock. Get out. I want that bastard.
We probably should have brought a rifle.
We need to get out of here. Let's go. All right, Arthur, come on, let's go. You go. Keep pushing, Arthur. No. No. I think I've pushed all I can. Come on. You go. We ain't got time for this. Not now. We ain't both gonna make it. Go. Now. I'll hold them off. It would mean a lot to me. Please. There ain't no more time for talk. Go. Arthur. Go to your family. Arthur! Get the hell out of here and be a goddamn man. You're my brother. I know. I know. God damn you bastards!
Oh, the handing over of the hat. The cowboy equivalent of the knight handing over his sword. Fuck! Micah!
You rat! I'm a survivor, Blacke! A survivor! That's all there is! Living and dying!
Real quick thing. I put on Arthur's default outfit for this, and if you look, Micah's outfit is a black jacket, a red shirt, and white trousers, and Arthur's jacket is a brown jacket, or Arthur's outfit is a brown jacket, a blue shirt, and black trousers. So if you wear Arthur's default jacket, it's an inverse of Micah's clothing.
Oh, Blacke, you don't know how much I've longed to do this.
Let's kick the shit out of him. Also, their belt buckles are silver and gold.
After we're done, I'm gonna kill Marston too. You ain't no man.
Oh.
Goddamn traitor. Spineless bastard.
Mike is calling us a traitor because we wouldn't fall in line.
Still got a little fight in you, have you, boy? You've lost.
Um,
Killed you long ago.
Throw him off the cliff, Arthur.
This is where it ends for you. Can't you see I've won? You're pathetic.
Ooh.
All there is, winning and losing. Oh, Black Lung, you ain't gonna reach that gun. You ain't. You lost, my sick friend. You lost. And despite my best efforts to the contrary, it turns out I've won.
He got what he wanted. He got John and Abigail and Jack safe.
God damn you.
It is over. Now, Arthur. It's over.
Oh, Dutch. He's right. You know it, and I know it. He's sick. He's dying. He's talking crazy. Up there on the ridge. I gave you all I had. I did. Come on, Dutch. Let's go, buddy. We made it. We won. Come on. John made
He's the only one. The rest of us... No. But I tried. In the end, I did.
Come on. Let's go. We can make it. Come on, Dutch. Come on! Ah!
Some years later. So a couple of things. One, that couple of things line may as well be my fucking catchphrase. So a couple of things. Dutch standing there, looking down at his son, realizing in the end that Arthur is literally on his back, dying because of him. Like, he gave him all he had in the end. And I think that was Dutch realizing that all Dutch had and all Dutch had lost in his pursuit of money and power. You know, Dutch had friends, he had family, and now it's just him, the king of an empty empire. And even right at the end, Arthur's loyalty to Dutch never faltered. He may have questioned him, he may have disagreed with him, but he never stopped believing in him. And earlier in the game, Lenny and Hosea have a discussion that Arthur can walk in on about how they want to be remembered and buried. Which was my first hint that all these characters were going to die. Hosea and Lenny wanted to be buried with friends, which they were. They were buried with each other. But Arthur wanted to be buried facing west, so he can remember all the good times they had over that way. so he can look back at the past and remember everything. But Arthur died facing east, watching the sunrise and looking towards a future that he can never have. The future instead that he has given John. Also, there's another visual hint that Dutch was always going to betray us and side with Micah. The back of Dutch's waistcoat, which is obviously what he quite often keeps hidden, is the same shade of red as Micah's shirt. So, underneath all of his layers is a sign that Dutch is going to betray us. Underneath it all, that he's the same as Micah.
That was close. Too close. We brought that trouble on ourselves.
By we, you mean me.
It wasn't me who went and shot him.
Seemed like he deserved shoot.
I'm sure he did. But I've been thinking, ain't it about time you stop being the man making them decisions?
I'm trying.
Are you?
I think so.
We gotta find someplace to lay low. Keep quiet.
Maybe Dutch was right. Maybe we should have just gone to Tahiti.
Is that it with you? Tahiti or killing? Come on, John. Please, try.
Try what?
We gotta live somewhere for more than just a few weeks.
Okay. Let's see what we can find in Strawberry. What do you know about Strawberry?
I know they like good, honest, hard-working men a whole lot more than angry killers. So make yourself good and honest.
I am always honest. Maybe not always good, but I'm always honest.
My whole life I've been surrounded by fools with moral codes. Here's the moral code. Look out for folks. Stop trying to act like some hero in a book.
What do you know about heroes and books?
My reading's getting pretty good.
We'll read different books then.
The books is Jack's. And, well...
I think we have to stop there. I think just for the cinema of it all, we can't continue the epilogue until a lot later. You know? Arthur's stories come to an end, so I feel like it's only appropriate that we end the stream there. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Fuck me, man. So we still have a bit of an epilogue to go. Which should take maybe a stream, maybe two. But that's the end of Red Dead Redemption 2. I thought I'd have more to say about it, about Arthur's Last Stand. But I kind of... It's one of those things, it's not one of those stories where everything comes together and you have a huge essay at the end of it. You have little moments that all build into this fantastic crescendo. You have Javier, so obsessed with loyalty and family and his group that he doesn't point a gun in the Mexican standoff. You have Micah playing to Dutch's desires to gain power and gain money, but not and at first hitting through, but Arthur's belief and loyalty and compassion and care and sign of what really matters, finally, right when it's too late, getting through to Dutch and making Dutch realize that he was wrong. You have John with his son and his wife getting to live a life that Arthur has never had. He's tried to get multiple times with Eliza and Isaac, Morgan, and then with Mary Linton, and even a bit with Abigail. You get him dying, looking towards the future, an honorable and good man right at the end, despite all of his efforts to the contrary, to be this bad person that he believed himself for so many years. Because like we said earlier on, his life has been a series of negative reinforcements. He has done bad things because he's believed that he's a bad person and bad people do bad things. But right at the end, despite all of that, Arthur came out as a good man. Which is the story of redemption. So we're going to finish up the epilogue probably on Monday. And I hope you all have a very good week, very good time. See you guys tomorrow for The Wolf Among Us. And if you've liked the stream, consider going back and clipping things you enjoyed. Join the Skye Blacke Discord. Follow me on social media. And if you really want to support me, head over to Ko-fi, where you can support me directly and gain behind the scenes access to a bunch of stuff for the video essays. I hope you've all had a good stream. Love you and leave you. See you tomorrow.